What's up, guys? Welcome back to 3BS, 3 Bro Sports. Today, we're just moving along with our draft analysis for every team. We're on to the Broncos now. In the first round, they took Jerry Jeudy, a wide receiver. In the second round, they took KJ Hamler, a wide receiver. In the third round, they took Michael Ojemudia, a cornerback, Lloyd Cushenberry III, a center, and McTelvin Agam, a defensive tackle. In the fourth round, they took a tight end from Missouri. Fifth round, they took Justin Schnadd, a linebacker. Sixth round, Natane Muti, a guard. And in the seventh round, they took Derek Cleveland, a wide receiver, and Tyree Cleveland, a wide receiver, and Derek Tuska, a defensive end. How do you guys feel about the Broncos draft?
I thought this was one of the better drafts in the whole entire thing. I thought they did really well. But I feel like their biggest thing for them is to just build around Drew Lock. If I feel like they do believe in Drew Lock. They feel like he's their guy. I feel like they did a great job of it. With their first round pick, great value pick with Jerry Jeudy there. Not many people saw, the Broncos getting Jerry Jeudy at 15, maybe Henry Ruggs, maybe. A lot of teams seen all three of them going before, but Jerry Jeudy's, in my opinion, the most polished receiver NFL. Right? It's close between him and Lamb, but I feel like Jerry Jeudy is a great receiver, and probably, in my opinion, the best there at that pick. He can play the slot and he can play the outside. Just great thing for them. They already have Cortland Sutton, but just give Drew Lock another weapon. In the second round at pick 46, they took KJ Hamler. I'm not a big fan of going back to back, but I don't have a problem with this at all. I think it fits their team so well. Now they have two receivers, Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy, and they added just another playmaker, just absolute speedster that can play the slot, and he has some experience with the outside too, so he can do a lot, and that's just another weapon for their they think franchise quarterback, and they're putting him in a position to win, so that's always good. In the third round, I love this pick as well. They lost both their cornerbacks to free agency. They added AJ Boye, and then they just add their other AJ Boye sort of coming to the end of his career, and they just added another cornerback that could probably end up being a starter for them. So I like that. And then Lloyd Cushenberry was another really big, just great value pick. He was supposed to go earlier, and he ended up falling to them in the third round. I really love that too as well. He could probably end up being a starter for them because they lost their center. He went to the Jets. So I like that. And then they got a defensive tackle. Their defense is, they lost. I don't know. They did. No, they didn't. I thought they lost somebody. But I feel like their defense is probably their worst part of their team now that they added all the offensive players. But I like the pick. It was in another third-round pick that's going to probably be an immediate impact player. And with the fourth round, this is probably one of my least favorite picks. It's not a bad pick. I still don't really have a problem with it. But they just drafted Noah Fant last year, and it's not that, you don't need two tight ends on a team. But, they already dressed offense so heavily already with two receivers and, a center. I feel like they should have went defense here because that's their weak point of their team now. So, it's not a bad pick, but it was a good value pick with him there. But I wish they would have went defense. And I don't really know a whole bunch of the rest of the players, but they all felt they were needs for the team, and I like what they did with this draft. So I give it an A-.
First round, Jerry Jeudy. All the analysts said this guy is probably the best route runner coming out of this draft. CeeDee Lamb was there too, but I like the Jeudy pick. They weren't expected to get at all. They weren't really sure what was going to happen with that. All mock drafts had all receivers going earlier and maybe Ruggs falling into their lap, but they got lucky there and they got Jeudy. Second round, at another receiver, KJ Hamler, pure speedster, I think has a lot of potential. Third round, a cornerback and a center. I think two big needs for that team. Fourth round, a tight end. Fifth round, a linebacker. And sixth round, they took a guard. Seventh round, wide receiver. Seventh round, edge. So I think throughout this whole draft, they filled all their needs. So I'm going to have to give them an A. And I'm also going to have to give them an A on most unique names I've ever heard of college football players.
Yeah, it was clearly evident that the Broncos were looking to build around Drew Lock in the draft. First two rounds, they took wide receivers, some of the best wide receivers in the draft, I personally think. So now it's looking like they have one of the best young wide receiver cores in the NFL in Sutton, Jeudy, and Hamler. So I think Drew Lock will really thrive there. And then the third round, they took a cornerback that I think he's going to slide right into the cornerback 2 role for them. They took Lloyd Cushenberry, center. He's great value in the third round, like Devin said. They also took a defensive tackle, which was a need for them. And then the rest of their picks, well, the 4th-round pick I wasn't really a big fan of since, like, you guys also said they took Fant last year. So I didn't think that was a really big need for them since they already addressed offense. And then the rest of their picks just filled positions that they needed, that were positions of need. So I really liked what they did overall in the draft. I thought it was one of the better drafts out of all the teams. So I give them an A. That's what we got for this video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't check out our giveaway video, go check that out. And we're going to be posting some more content shortly. So see you later.